Hey everyone, it's More Crafts and Mom back for another video.
Hi everybody.
Okay, so I don't have much to show you, so it's probably going to be a very short, video. I literally have mostly finished objects and one work in progress that I'm, currently working on. I did just finish a pretty big project. It was my blanket that I was working on for myself. It's actually on my bed because after I do this video, I'm probably going to go in and try to lay down. It is 12:41 in the morning of Friday, and it is the 27th of Friday, 27th of February. So yeah, I don't have much to show you. I honestly wasn't going to do a video, but I need to, explain something to my friend Paula, so I figured I would do a video. She had a question about my baby blankets. So, I'm gonna just do the random stuff first. So the first thing I finished was this little duck. Now, technically, I brought this up from Grams. I finished it this, past weekend. And like I have been saying, I'm making inventory for a craft fair at the end of in November. And I usually use safety eyes, but I wanted to do something different so that they would have options for amigurumis if need be. So I tried the Craftably Ever After embroidered eye tutorial. I really like it.
I think he's at the work.
So, some of my amigurumis are gonna have these type of eyes. I will say, I used worsted weight yarn, but I split it into, cut it in half. So, worsted weight yarn is made up of 4 strands twisted together, and I split it in the middle, 2 strands. And that's what I used for the eyes. I used black and white, of course. I don't know if I like the yarn that I used because it was worsted weight yarn and it was a kind of kinky. It was kinky. I didn't like it, so I think the next time I do it, I'm going to use embroidery floss. Because I do have black and white of that, so I think I'm gonna use that next time. And just yeah. So this is the Katie did duck pattern. I love her patterns. If you followed me for any length of time, you know that I have quite a few of her patterns. And on Instagram, I saw a sneak peek of a new pattern. She's coming out with a low sew cat pattern. I'm probably gonna get it. But yeah, this is just her low sew duck pattern. The only thing I had to sew one was basically his nose or his beak. So that'll go in the donation. Um I'm trying to use up my cotton yarn because I don't really like cotton yarn, but over the years I've accumulated quite a lot of it. And I'm trying to use it up. And every time I work on dishcloths, I make 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it is, but my basket doesn't seem to go down any. Cause whenever I first started making dishcloths, I had my basket piled high of cotton yarn. And it's still piled high of cotton yarn. And I think I made 8 washcloths last time. Or dishcloths. And this time I only made 4. And it was mostly black. Because I have 6 skeins of black, and I put 4 of them in my basket. So I'm trying to use up the black. So I made a solid black. This is LTK Cuties, the metal dishcloth. I love her patterns.
I love them too.
Um, I don't go as many rows as she does. She does 14 rows. I do 12. And I don't do the border the whole way around. I do the foundation row and the single crochet in the back bump in the beginning, and then I do a single crochet at the top after I do 12 rows. So, and I use a 5mm hook, which is what she specifies in her pattern, or suggests in her pattern. So I made a solid black, and then I made a mostly black with 3 green rows. Well, not in counting. Well, actually, it was 4 rows. The single crochet row is in green too, so I did that one. I had more green left over, so I did another mostly black with 2 rows of the meadow stitch. And then the last one I did was mostly black with 2 rows of
That fuchsia?
fuchsia, hot pink, coral, whatever, or not coral, but I think it's fuchsia. A lot of my cotton yarn does not have ball bands on it anymore, so I made 4 of those, and they're gonna go in a tote, and then when it comes close to the craft fair, then Mom and I are going to later tag or put price tags on everything, get everything packaged up, and ready to go.
Yes, we are.
So, right now, I'm basically just making inventory. I have no orders right now. So I'm just kind of working on one thing. And then I went on a little bit of a baby blanket kick. And I have 4 baby blankets that I finished. And they all have appliques on them. And yes, they are all, available for purchase if you guys would like some. I was gonna show you something else, but I don't know where I put it.
What was it, honey?
That little Mickey Mouse gnome that I was working on. Oh, I think I took it back in the room. Okay, now. So, I'm just gonna tell you, I have been wanting to make, like, smaller gnomes and stuff with my embroidery floss. So, I started why I started with Mickey Mouse, I don't know. I think that's because I had the pattern already. I was in my room. It was early in the morning. I couldn't sleep. So I had the Mickey Mouse pattern in a basket. So I picked out like 7 or 8 little floss bobbins of black. Got red, got white, got the buff. Literally I have the ears done, the the buttons done, the ears done, and I started the beard. And then I needed to find a stitch marker, but I was in my room and didn't have any of my I really like these stitch markers and I keep losing them. But they are like the that's blowing out.
Didn't somebody send you them?
But they're like this, and for whatever reason I keep losing them. And I don't have I had 30 to start with, and I don't have 30 now. I I took some down to grams. I took 10 down to grams, and I should have 20 here. I don't have 20. I think I have like 15. I don't know where those 5 went. Hell, for all I know, they could be on amigurumi somewhere in my totes. Probably, that's a possibility. So I have 4 baby blankets, and I'm going to explain how I don't get seams on my baby blanket. So I'm just gonna try. Oh,
What?
I am gonna have an avalanche. So I will show on the purple one. So the purple one has a little unicorn applique on it
I bet.
that Mom picked. She picks out most of my crap. So this is the little unicorn. So when I make baby blankets, most Granny Square blankets, you start um kind of like in the middle, the seam in the middle. I don't start my baby blankets like that anymore. So what I do is I start my baby blanket normally, just like a basic Granny Square. But how I do it is when I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna try to explain this. And Paula, honey, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. So, is this the right side or the wrong side? This is the right side. So what I do when I start, whenever you finish a row, you chain 2 and join to the top of the chain 3 in the beginning. What I do is I chain 3, but I start in a corner. I make it where I start is in a corner. So instead of doing the chain, instead of doing a full corner, like the 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, I will just do 3 double crochet in the corner. And then I move to the next space. I do not chain 1 in between my granny clusters. I don't do that. So, and then I go around and I have a whip, but I think I'm finished. Actually, no, I'm not. So I'm gonna show you my whip because that is it's pretty close to being done. Or the row that I'm working on is pretty close to being done. So here is kind of where I started. Like I started here, and as you can see, I only have 3 double crochets of a cluster in this corner. And
What's a cluster?
3 double crochets in 1 stitch.
Oh, okay.
So I started in my corner, I went around, and here is where I am stopped at. So I have 1 more double crochet that I have to do in this space before I will go to the next and finish my row. When I get back to where I started, all I do is put the 3 double crochet in the corner like usual, chain 2, and slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 from the beginning. And then I chain 3, put 2 more double crochets in that same space, and then I just skip over and do the next cluster in the next space and go around. That is how I do my granny blankets. And you don't get no seam because it's in the corner and you don't even notice it. So where's he at? Oh, there he is. Or she. I had to make some girl blankets because they were non-existent in my tote. I probably had like 10 boy blankets, not one girl blanket. Not one girl blanket. So lately I've been going a little crazy with my baby blankets. But yeah, that is how I do my granny blankets. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. And
I think they are so adorable.
so yeah, there's a little unicorn. And I use a 6mm crochet hook for the blanket itself. And all of my baby blankets are randomized. I don't The only thing is I used to do 24 rounds, and then I would put a simple single crochet border around it, but now I go to 27 rounds just to make them a little bit bigger. So, and then the applique is from the Yarn Conspiracy on Etsy, and she likes you to use either a 3.75 or a 4 millimeter hook. I think I used a 4, but I'm not sure. So there's that one. And then the next one that I have is all pink. And Mom wanted just a red heart on it, so that's what I did. Definitely girly themed. And same thing, did 27 rows, a simple single crochet border on it. I got this heart, which I should probably glue it down a little bit better. I got the heart applique pattern from, I think, Nastasia on YouTube. I really liked it. Mom wanted a solid one, so I put a solid one on it. My next one, I have to say, is probably my favorite. I love the yarn, and it is for a rainbow baby. So I used rainbow yarn, which is red heart, bitty stripes in the color crayon box, and I do have two more angel appliques. Everything is already made. I just have to glue it together. And I have enough of this yarn that I am going to make two more angel or rainbow blankets. So this is the angel one.
I love it.
So that one, the applique is from Nella's Cottage. And then my last one is, yes, it's a boy blanket, but I have a lot of blue yarn. Oh, this one's a little bit different. That's why. I have a lot of blue yarn, and
That was all Callie Wampus.
this is the one that I folded different earlier.
Oh, yeah.
To try to figure that out. So I have a lot of blue yarn. I made this blanket. It's blues and gray. And my blue tote is still overflowing. And
it populates too.
Like, I use the blue, but it doesn't seem
But you
like
use
I
it,
use
but it
the
seems
blue.
like you use it, and then you go back in, and the damn thing's full again.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, I used a lot of blue yarn for this blanket. And when I went to put the yarn back on my shelf, it's even fuller now than what it was when I got the blue yarn out to do this blanket.
I don't understand it.
Oh, this is Taco. He's a little triceratops.
Adorable.
This applique is also by Nella's Cottage. And then I just did my basic granny square blanket. Randomized the blues. I did do one row of gray in between each of the blues. If you remember, if you watched my last video, which was my first with Bunze video, which was actually yesterday, it took me all damn day to do this blanket yesterday.
No, actually, it was 2 days.
Whatever. I also was doing laundry. I had 2 loads of laundry, and I had 2 loads of wash, 2 loads to dry. And then I also made supper yesterday, or Wednesday. So, yeah, this was a little blanket. And then the only other one that I'm in the process of working on is this one here. This one will be my next one that I finish.
What's that getting on it?
This one is getting a little penguin
Yes.
applique on it. Or I might make a skunk. I'm not sure.
No, I thought we said a penguin. Because you already had it done.
I know, but I kind of like making appliques, but I kind of like,
I think the skunk would be cute too, though.
I don't know, we'll have to see when I get it finished. So the colors I'm using is black, white, and minty from Red Heart. And 6mm hook, I'm just randomly doing random numbers of rows. So I was gonna bead weave today. That did not go very well.
Tell them about my toe.
Mom had to get her toenail ripped off.
Completely taken off.
Yeah, so I was working on my stitch markers for my Halloween and Christmas advent calendars, and I was almost finished. Well, actually, I was finished with one of my stitch markers that I needed for my advent calendar, and I went to weave my thread back through the beads and broke one of the beads, and then I tried to take it apart back to where I broke the bead. Well, then it just kept unraveling, so I ended up throwing the whole thing away and started over. But then my hands have been kind of like sweaty lately, and my face was really broke out today, and it's still really bad kind of in some spots. So I put my cream on it, and I couldn't grab the needle anymore, and I couldn't grab the needle. And I decided that it was really dangerous me using the needle when I couldn't grab it very well, so I just stopped. And then so that was after me and Mom got back from her doctor's with her toe appointment today. And then we were home for probably like what, Mom, 2 hours? And then my gram called and I went to Royal King with them. And when I got back, I decided that I was going to work on my own crochet blanket and try to get it finished. I have finished it for now. It does need to be added a little bit more to it, but I worked on it like for, well, we had supper about 6:30 and I was working on it before then, and I just finished it like at 12:30. So I was working on it for quite a while. And I just was like, I'm done. I will finish it. So if I want to add more to it later, all I have to do is take the last row out, which is just a half double crochet across, and just add to it. But yeah. So I finished that. It's called the up and down stitch. It's where you can chain any number of stitches, and then it's single crochet, double crochet, repeat across, and then the second row is double crochet, single crochet across, repeat. And then you just repeat those 2 rows until you get it to the size that you want. I am getting kind of tired, so I am going to get this video uploaded. And Paula, like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and you can message me. And yeah, I am going to get this video uploaded and go in and try to sleep. I kind of slept last night. It wasn't like completely sleeping. It was like that half between crap. Like I knew my alarm. I set my alarm for 9 o'clock, and I knew it was getting close. And I looked at the clock, and it was like 8:30, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get up. So that's what I did. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna let you go. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you see this. And I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye!